Last year we got these coffee cups. Maybe it was a couple years ago anyway. My cup says Mr. Right, and my wife's cup says Mrs. Always Right. Today is the calm, or right now is the calm before the storm. March 15th, 9:22 a.m., and everything is, well, other than the puppies drinking water, holy smokes. Everything is calm right now. We are in a 24-hour window of a tornado outbreak, which is, pretty common here in Mississippi. Thankfully, me and my family have never been affected by a tornado, but it is a real reality here. And I keep looking at the radar and looking at the future radar, and everything looks like it's passing us just, just on the edge of us. So that's good, but it's still kind of like walking on eggshells right now. When I was a kid, I loved storms. A storm would come by, and I'd get out on the porch, and I'm staring at the clouds as they're just whipping by, and the trees start bending in the rain. Hey, Nolly, jeez Louise, buddy, save some water for the fish. So the trees would be whipping by or bending over, and it was just, the power was exciting as a kid. Watching a storm was exciting. And then I got my first home, my first house, right? And then when the storms came, I'm like, no, get away. No, I have a mortgage to pay. What are you doing, storm? And the first home, the first house we had was in the middle of like a swampy area in Starkville, Mississippi. So there's trees all around us. There's trees overhanging the house, some real big old growth trees. Luckily, we never had any damage, but every storm that came by at that house, at that location, I was a nervous wreck thinking a tree would fall in the house. Our second house didn't have any trees nearby, so it wasn't that bad. But and this shop doesn't have any trees nearby. I don't think any one of the trees can fall and hit it. Maybe one can clip the lean-to, but that's basically it, and it has to fall in the absolute perfect direction. So anyway, now it's kind of like I'm somewhat appreciating the storms, but I still don't want them to hit our house or anything like that, So today's just going to be a computer editing nervous wreck kind of a day. I don't want anything to happen to the shop right now, obviously. And it's eerily calm right now. We woke up this morning around 6 a.m. to a real big thundercloud coming through, a thunderstorm, and it got a little loud in the shop from all the rain. And here it's got that very eerily calm feeling, like all the birds are chirping, like it's just a beautiful day, and it's coming. It's a bright one today. Whew, not a cloud in the sky, which is good. I have to, man, I'm in a small hole next to my truck. I'm a short guy as it is, but I feel really short right now. We got to go get some pallets today. We're getting 20 pallets for 40 bucks. Hopefully decent sized pallets. And the goal is to just, well, decent condition pallets. And the goal is to just line the pallet racking with pallets and then just start loading it up in each individual pallet. And yeah, while I was at a friend of mine's house last night, he was getting rid of these file cabinets, these old file cabinets. I got 2 of them right here. The thing is, I want them empty to store stuff in for the shop, but they're slap full of sewing patterns. So we got to find somebody who wants some sewing patterns. I think Jamie's mama might want some of them. She does a lot of sewing.
And those things are like completely full?
Yeah.
That's a lot of pattern.
It is.
What's that macazinga? Ground pie lady.
This whole house move has really gotten me to, look around and think about the clutter that we have. Like, how do you acquire so much stuff over the years? And we've purged so much stuff as it is already. I wouldn't consider us ever hoarders. We've never been hoarders, but like my last wood shop, that was a lot of stuff in the shop. Sold most of our household belongings. And now that we are in a spot where nothing has a home yet, it's just obvious at how much stuff we have. How do you acquire all of this stuff? Well, this right here. Someone's gonna throw away some cabinets. Don't throw away some cabinets, they're useful. I'll take them. That's how you acquire a bunch of stuff. Anyway, inside here is stuff. This is all like clothing patterns and such, right? It's just full of them. Absolutely full of them. Patterns. Now, I'm not a big sewer. I do have a sewing machine and do things as necessary, but I'm not a sewer. But I'm also not going to throw this stuff away. I'm going to give it to somebody who can use them. That is a ton of patterns. Holy smokes. And then on this one over here, it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. More patterns, more string patterns, and old mail. I gotta throw away the old mail, make sure that it's not anything important for whoever this was. Just stuff. Anyway, these file cabinets are gonna be useful for here. I don't know if Jamie's gonna try and use, I think Jamie's gonna try and use one of them for all of Tyler's homeschooling stuff, just to stay organized. But I want one of them to empty out for tools, to start putting stuff in for a little bit more storage. Because, in my last shop I had the miter saw station. I don't. But I'm ready to start with this, putting this up on that wall, putting the dust collector up, starting to get rocking and rolling. I'm about to go get some pallets to start organizing this side. About to be productive in the next couple of days. So we have a long driveway, which is awesome. I love our driveway. It's about a 1/4 mile long, 1,300 feet, something like that. And we use this tractor, well, the lawn tractor, the old riding lawnmower, the lawn tractor and that yard glider to take our trash to the end of the road. well, end of the driveway, which feels like a road, right? So we take our trash out with this, and I got about right there this morning, and then pow, a loud pop, and then nothing. And I'm thinking, what in the world? Like, it just shut off. But it was a really loud pop. So I'm like, oh man, did I do something silly, like it just blew a hole through the piston or something like that? Well, I turned it over and it didn't feel like there was any internal problems. So then I think I flooded it just sitting there. Okay, well, it's not running. Let's go get the tractor to get the lawn tractor. So I just loaded up the yard glider on the tractor so I could put the yard tractor, lawn tractor, on the yard glider and pull it back with the big tractor. It's kind of a tongue twister. Well, anyway, as I'm walking around the small tractor, I realized that there's a clamp sitting on the side of the seat. And a clamp, oh yeah! My daughter doesn't weigh enough to hold the seat switch down. So I rigged up the seat switch with a clamp. That was the problem. I flooded the engine trying to get it to start because I completely forgot that needs to stay there in order for my daughter to be able to ride this thing. And it cranked right up. It's always the little things. During the build process, we've got a bunch of extra stuff, like all of this white stuff right here. This is extra siding or trim, rather trim for the shop, right? Where is it? I can't see. Yeah, there's the peak. All right, it's so bright out here. All right, so we have all this extra material, and not only extra material from the shop build, but extra pipe, mainly pipe from when I ran plumbing. And I got extra because I knew I was going to use it when we get to expanding for the house and whatnot. But I've just left it outside here and there. Oh, there's another pile of pipe over there. I think I finally found a place to tuck it all away where it's accessible, but it's out of the way. Just to the right of these pallet racks would be a perfect spot. I've already put one piece over there. Perfect spot to just store a bunch of long materials out of the way. And that's going to work out great. Now, the reason why this doesn't go all the way over to this side is I have a door to stop at right there, and I'd rather the whole pallet racking be close to the door, so that way on this far right side of the pallet racking, the forklift doesn't have to get super close to the side, and then you run into, you know, you're just too close and potentially run into the structure. I don't want that, so I left the gap on this side rather than going all the way. Perfect for vertical storage. What do you want to do with this horse photo? What do you want to do with the horse photo above where my tools were? Well, I'd rather have other stuff over here. Shop-related banners and such.
Did Detroit just take away my horse?
Yeah. Power! I do not have power!
Okay, well tell me where your stuff at. What's the problem? Well, because I feel like when this gets set up, it ain't gonna move. This would be like the one permanent thing in the shop.
Well, the shop vac, the air compressor is going to move. It's going outside. What? Huh? Had a productive day yesterday. Got this wall assembled, and it doesn't look too shabby if I do say so myself. All of this wood came from the 2-acre clearing. This is all, you can see some burn marks. There's one right there and a burn mark right there, and then the rest of it's hidden. Oh, there's another little burn up right there. So anyway, these logs, or these boards were in logs that were in the fire that we cleared here on the property. So that's pretty cool to put them up right there. I like the orientation of the workbench right here, and then using this side of the wall as my hand tool wall. And then I'm kind of torn on where the dust collector goes. Dust collector should go right there, right underneath that purlin. That way I can use that to support the dust collection pipe, which shouldn't be much at all. So my initial plan was to put it right here. However, that's probably where it's going to go. But I really want it to be outside. I want it to be outside over near those windows, come in this way, and then hit this purlin and go this way. That way I can remove the filter stack and then just exhaust the fine air on that side of the shop. That's best case scenario, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to it immediately. There's too many other variables that would require me to focus on that. Like for instance, I got to get the lean-to done, the lean-to floor, the ground outside, before I can mount the dust collector and all that, because it's going to be a floor mount. Unless I do a wall mount, which at that point I'll have to figure out how to tie into anyway, it should go over there. I want it to go over there, but not right now. There's too many things that I need to get done in order for that to happen. So it's going to come in right here, I think, which means this layout is going to change. The tool cart may or may not go over there. The dust, the air compressor is for sure going out on the lean-to. Anyway, I'm going to focus on this a little bit more, cleaning up, tidying up a little bit. We also have a stack of good pallets and a stack of bad pallets. The good ones, we need to kind of consolidate some of these smaller things onto the pallets and get them up onto the racking. I guess you have to turn the propane on. Who would have thought?
Yeah, getting excited.